Hello everybody, and welcome back to Leaving Things in a Vacuum Chamber for 24 hours. Today I'm doing something I've never done before, which is use a lapel mic. Hopefully it'll keep things more even in the audio. I don't know. Anyways, I got the oil for the pump, and I did an oil change for it. So hopefully we can get better vacuums now after that. Yeah, because the oil that was in the pump was, well, it was a real state, let's just say that. Anyways, today what we're going to be doing is packing peanuts, bubble wrap, and these cushions that you sometimes get in packages because I have a bunch of them, and I want to see if they explode in the chamber, because I honestly don't know. Now, for the packing peanuts, I have two types. I have the polystyrene squishy ones, because I have a huge bag of these I use for shipping. I didn't want these. The ones I wanted were these ones, the cornstarch biodegradable ones, which I also have a lot of these as well, because again, I do a lot of shipping. For more on that, check out my Etsy shop. Anyways, so we're going to put all of these into the chamber, turn it on, see what happens. Okay, first off, let's put the polystyrene ones in. I'm going to try to keep them fairly separated. Okay. And the bubble wrap, because, I don't know, why not? And then the cushions. I'll put the cushions kind of, actually, you know what, here, I'll put the bubble wrap there, and the cushions like that. Kind of in between them. Alright. Now, let's put the lid on. Making an effort not to touch the inside of the rubber, or I guess this is silicone, as to not cause problems. Okay. The chamber is now closed. Going to seal off the chamber now. Let's move the camera and get going. Okay, let's set this up like that. I see if actually I'll probably do that. Yeah, there we go. So we can see kind of everything. And let's turn on the pump. Okay. Yeah, the vacuum is better than it was, but it's still only down past 27. It was supposed to be allegedly around 29, but again, this is a very cheap pump, so I'm not terribly upset about that. But, yeah, alright then. We'll just leave it at that. If these videos do well, and I can afford to buy a better pump, I will, because there's this two-stage pump I'm looking at, which will be which can get a much deeper vacuum. It'll be a lot of fun. But until then, my job here is done. I have to wait 24 hours and come back and see what's happened. I don't think anything really will happen, honestly. It has now been 24 hours. I don't see much. It looks like some of the bubbles on the bubble wrap have popped. Beyond that, I don't know. I wasn't expecting much. I'm surprised the polystyrene didn't expand more. I guess maybe it's the cells aren't good enough. Anyways, now we're going to let the pressure in and let's see if anything feels any different. Okay, let's pop this open. And this, okay, yeah, the gasket just comes off. That's fine. Let's just slide have this back on. Oh, I'll do it later. Anyways, first off, let's look at the bubble wrap. Um, it's yeah, they've collapsed. They're all indented now. That's interesting, actually. It must have pulled a lot of the air out of them because, like, yeah, like they're all flat. Huh. Curious. The bubble tubes, they feel like they've lost a lot of pressure. So they were outgassing. They weren't airtight. Not as interesting. Okay. The cornstarch. They've puffed up more. Oh, they're all like that. Huh. I didn't even notice that. They've actually puffed up a fair bit. But they've stayed puffed up. And now they're hollow. Well, that's weird. Here, let me just grab one that wasn't pressurized as a comparison. Like, this is what they're supposed to look like. And, like, yeah, well, there's air spaces in them. But you compare that to this, and yeah, interesting. How about the poly? Oh my. The polystyrene shrunk. they they shrunk. I didn't even notice that. I'll have to. Oh man, I'll have to check the camera to see if they did that because I wasn't paying attention to them as I repressurized it. Like here, let me grab some of the polystyrene. This is what they're supposed to look like, and this is what they've turned into. It's like mini breakfast cereal versions. That's kind of cool. I wasn't expecting them to shrink. Huh. Well, that's intriguing. It wasn't so much the pressure or it wasn't the vacuum that got them. It was repressurizing that did. Interesting. Well, with that, that was actually kind of cool. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have ideas for other things for me to put in there, let me know. These videos don't get a lot of views, but I don't care. They're fun to make. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Vacuum chamber.